how I got really consistent at language learning and other aspects of my life. I'll be discussing this topic while giving tips that have served me for my mindset in a specific and also other ones that have a bit more practicality. Now, while listen to me, I've studied English for plus 3 years, Japanese for 15 months, and as a calisthenics athlete, I focus on discipline and efficiency in language learning. Being consistent feels really easy when you know what it is that you need to do every day and you just do that simple action. Let's take the example with Anki. There's people that see it as a hustle, but they do it because at the end of the year they will have learned 10,000 words. And it sounds awesome, but that's the first problem. You are seeing the whole picture, and that's usually why you get bored out. With things like Anki, I think it's way better to see it as your 30 to 40 minutes daily before you start doing immersion, or your 20 minutes while you are committing to work or you are at the gym. Most of the time, if you start watching things in a smaller way, it will get way easier to stay consistent. But how do you really get it to the point of being effortless? The only way, which you will think is kind of sad, and that's why you will struggle every day for the rest of the year looking for that video that says the thing that you want, is don't do more fun things than immersion or Anki on a daily basis. I repeat this in almost every video because I get this feeling that if I don't do it, you won't really stay on the path because you need that constant reminder. So the reality is, you will never think of Anki as being fun if you do something more fun before you do your Anki in the day. Or maybe it is even something you do every day for just an hour, thinking that if it's just 1 hour, it will be totally fine, right? Let's say that you play video games every day and you're not even learning languages with them for just 1 hour. Objectively, video games are more fun than Anki. I hope that we can agree on that. Now, first, you probably are coping with it just being 1 hour. It is probably more like 2 at least. 1 hour just gets you on the lobby with your friends and maybe you get to play 1 game and that's it. So it is more like 2 hours. Second, even if it's just 1 hour, you're getting a lot of your thoughts in that video game because you're following all of these YouTubers playing that video game. You're on Reddit that talk about the most efficient ways of defeating this boss. Your entire mind is invested in this video game during the whole day. So be honest, it is more like 3 to 4 hours that video game gets from you. And this with everything that doesn't relate with language learning. I can tell you that if you just stop getting all this dopamine from these different sources and you can just try to enjoy the effort of going to your Anki, reading in Japanese, or doing immersion in Japanese, it will really feel effortless even if you are starting, because you will have all of your thoughts invested in just one thing, which is the thing that you care about, and that's how your life should look like. This is something that people never realize, and it will never be like this always, especially on Anki. If you have done Anki for a decent period of time, you know that the reviews just keep increasing and increasing. But it doesn't matter because every time you acquire a new kanji, it will be easier for you to learn the next word that contains that kanji. So for me right now, I've been doing this amount more or less for a bit less than 2 months and 40 words since I started, which was literally 7 to 8 months ago. Now, learning 60 words doesn't take me more than 32 minutes because I already know most of the kanji involucrated in the words, and so it's easy to recognize meanings and readings. This analogy in specific has helped me a lot always. Imagine there's this snow path, and the first time you go through it, it's really difficult and there's lots and lots of snow. Well, if you keep walking in that path, sometimes you sip through it, there's going to be a moment in which the walking and the sweeping will be so easy it doesn't feel like effort because there's already a path in there. So the same with everything you do in your life. So that's it for the video. Be sure to give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to have more discipline, language learning friends. Thank you very much.